let's talk. Not on our block, lines stay locked. Not on our block.
Falling to my knees, baby, you know you're all I need. Falling to my knees, our love still haunts my dreams. No.
So be.
Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. Appreciate you coming out tonight. We are talking about fraud. Somali fraud, to be exact. Everywhere you go, you're still a pirate to me.
Congresswoman Omar, yesterday you told me to please read when I asked you about the $9 billion fraud that you denied is happening, but I have it right here. I read. Look, Chairman Comer opens hearing on massive fraud scandal, $9 billion
That's what Comer believes because he's as smart as you are.
It's not just Comer. It's Scott Besson. It's federal prosecutors. It's House Oversight.
Absolutely
And
no
it's
goddamn
Minnesota State
way
Reps.
You could have that, ma'am. I think you need to get examined because your brain has been fried in some way, and it's not okay. I really hope you get some help. You and the Republicans here. Take care, okay, ma'am?
I'm sorry, I couldn't go to the learning centers that you're running over in Minnesota, but I think you should perhaps read what's actually.
One of those learning centers.
I need one of those learning centers.
Yes, see it.
Congresswoman Omar.
And of course, yeah, your boy Nick Shirley, he took all the heat for blowing up the Somali fraud thing. So again, about 87 Somalis out of like 100 people got taken down in a big fraud scheme. And at the same time, Nick Shirley was working on his documentary. We watched that a couple of weeks ago, and he's living through the fallout now.
Have you gotten any threats, like
Yeah,
actual
lots.
death threats?
Yeah, well, in person and also,
Can you tell me
Online.
about that? Like, are they
Well,
messaging you saying we're going to get you? What are they saying to you?
yeah, like they're saying, oh, it's like kirked. You're going to be kirked.
You're going to be kirked. That's what they're saying to
Yeah,
you.
like you're the next,
Bunch
you'll
of
be the next
dirtbags.
Kirk. And it's just like, are you kidding me? 'Cause it's not even like, I hate what's happening right now. Like, I feel bad for my family, honestly, because it's like, yeah, like we didn't do anything wrong. And yet you guys are coming after me like I'm some sort of villain, right? So I'm like, my little sister's getting phone calls. I'm like, why are you guys doing this?
Your little sister's getting phone calls.
Yeah, from like the news. I'm like, okay, don't talk to my family. I mean, some news in India, they doxed my home, they doxed my dad, it was really weird. I haven't even told my dad.
How do you get beef with the Indians? You didn't even pick on them yet. Listen, Nick, let me tell you, be wary. The Indians fight dirty.
About that because I just don't want to even bother him about it.
Well, Dad, you know now.
But like they put it, like it's just like, are you guys kidding me? Like, why are you guys coming after somebody for going against fraud? Like, I didn't make this a right or left issue. I just showed you guys that fraud was happening, and now you guys are coming after me. You're saying, "Yo, I'll be the next Kirk." You're literally stopping at intersections and coming after me and trying to attack me. Like, what? Why are you so evil? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, what? Why are you defending fraud? Do you like money being stolen? No. Then what are you doing? You're a racist. No, I'm not a racist. I'm just telling you what the facts are. You guys are stealing money from the people that are working hard here inside the United States. I was literally talking to a black man, and then the Somali man comes out, and he's also black. So I can't understand what they're thinking, calling me a racist. I'm having a great conversation with a black man, and then another black man comes up, and he's Somali descent, and he comes and attacks me for being a racist. I'm like, no, I'm not a racist. It's so stupid. And that's why the fraud has been able to happen for so long, because people like Tim Walz are afraid to be called racist, afraid to be called racist. And me and my generation, we're over it. Like, we don't care.
Oh, I love that, buddy.
Like, we do not care. Call us a racist. I do not care because I am not a racist. We're just seeing that prices of homes are so expensive. I don't even have a friend that can afford a home.
Yeah, that's a whole other issue too, by the way. Not even just the jobs and all the scams and everything, just jacking up the home prices. Having all this fraud money actually does jack up the price of homes overall. And then just the general flood of people. It's bad for the native market, the people who are actually born here.
People aren't getting married because of how expensive things are. And we're paying so much money in taxes. Most kids are, I'm lucky because I didn't go to college, but most kids are starting their life off behind the starting line. They're thousands of dollars in the debt. And so, yes, we're upset because you guys are stealing millions of dollars and getting rich. And then you're bragging about the white man working on TikTok. Who's actually the racist? You're the racist. You're the one saying the white man, you work white woman, you work white man. We're sick of it. Nobody cares. Like, stop committing fraud. If you're going to be here, be happy to be here and work hard like we're working hard. Whether you're black, Mexican, Asian, white, just go and work. And don't start playing this victim card and start trying to play make things political about money, for instance, or don't get mad at people for making money. Like, that's why America is the greatest country in the world, is because of capitalism. And we had 250 years to do it. All these other countries had thousands of years to do it, but they didn't do it. That's why we have to protect what's ours.
We have to protect what's ours. They can't just come over here taking our money.
No more money for you. It's lazy. You lazy. You lazy. No more money for you.
And I want to give a big shout out to my man Smarty Pants with the $2 super chat. We are going to get right into the next part of the documentary. I've been waiting all week for this to come out, so I had to jump on it as soon as I seen he dropped it earlier. He dropped it like a couple of hours ago, and so we're jumping on this thing, live review. Haven't even watched a second, not even a minute. I've only seen the opening shot, just the opening cover image of it. We're all going to watch this together. Shout out to Smarty Pants. He says, Idaho Hecox, say it out loud, fake news. Smash that like button, you guys. And throw $1 in the hat for me. Support the show, please.
Give me the money. Give me the money for all that I would do. Give me the money.
Community that does fraud.
How come they said this building was closed?
Do you guys know where Advanced Mobility is? Yeah, we're looking for it. Never heard of it?
They know we're shining the light on the fraud, and they have no defense.
Would you like to see anybody in the government here held accountable?
Most definitely, because there can definitely be an allocation of funds.
The Minnesota fraud scandal continues to get worse and worse as billions of dollars of fraud has been exposed, and as I showed the world the blatant fraud taking place at daycares and other locations across Minnesota, it became the most viewed video expose on the internet and created instant change within the government as the Fed sent thousands of federal agents to Minnesota, and the HHS froze over $185 million in all payments to childcare. And while politicians like Tim Walz call people like me white supremacist and far-right delusional conspiracy theorists for exposing the fraud, meanwhile, he actually dropped out of running for re-election. The Minnesota fraud scandal has erupted the nation as protests and riots took place, all starting because daycares like Quality Learning Center were exposed. However, the daycares is only a small portion of the fraud taking place in Minnesota. In this video, I will take you into what has continued to allow this fraud to happen and connect all of the dots for you, exposing all of the fraud from strange connections of the business owners and the politicians who have openly admitted to the fraud on live TV. And to dive deep into the fraud, I met back up with the local David, who has been investigating this widespread fraud scandal for years. So here in Minnesota, you have daycare fraud, you have adult daycare fraud, you have healthcare fraud, and you even have more fraud. What's some of the fraud that's also taking place here inside of Minnesota?
Well, what I think might be sort of the heart of the beast here is this transportation fraud. And what I mean by that is in Minnesota, we have something called non-emergency medical transportation, NEMT. My research has shown that there are about 1,020 such companies in Minnesota, and more than...
Okay, non-emergency medical transportation. So basically private ambulance and private medical delivery services. Okay. An entirely different level of fraud.
And 90% of them are Somali owned.
And so right here on the table, what do we have? All this information right here.
So I have a number of companies that are local here in the Twin Cities, and this is just a fraction of the companies that are out there. What I found was that the national average for a non-emergency medical transportation company is 20 vehicles per company. A lot of these companies, their address is an apartment, some are in a house, some are in a convenience store, some of them in a vacant building. There's no signage, there's nobody there.
And so why would there be such a need for all these transportation companies here inside of Minnesota?
So if you think of this transportation as the hub of the wheel, so childcare is a spoke, adult daycare is a spoke, autism is a spoke, the interpreter services, which we could get into, that's another spoke. It all ties back to transportation. Why? Because those meals someone had to deliver those meals. Someone has to deliver the kid to autism.
So if you think about what he's trying to tell you, the daycare fraud isn't even the real fraud. It's like secondary. And what he's saying makes sense, like from a logistical standpoint. You have like the one industry that taps into many other industries. So now you have fraud feeding into more fraud.
Someone had to deliver those meals. Someone has to deliver the kid to autism, or say they did. So it all revolves around the transportation. And so when you're looking at this, you say, okay, well, let's just be conservative. Let's go on the low side. Let's say there are only 800 Somali-owned non-emergency medical transportation companies in Minnesota. Well, again, the average is 20 vehicles per company. So that's 800 times 20. And the way these NEMT companies are paid is if they bring someone to a doctor's appointment, whatever the case might be, or Costco or wherever they're going, because remember, it's non-emergency medical transportation. Well, we went to Costco because they have to eat or they'll die. So that's considered, right? So it's almost impossible to figure out from the outside what exactly the payments are for each of these trips. But I have a pretty good idea. So,
well, we're paying money to take nobody to Costco once or twice a week.
When someone provides a transportation to a facility or a location, they're also paid for the time to sit there and wait for the appointment to end and then drive the person back. So they're paid 3 different ways. And the average is going to be $50 per trip. So it's going to the appointment is a trip, coming back trip. So that's $100 per round trip. So if you have 800 companies in Minnesota that are NEMT companies.
Wait a minute. That's $800 per round trip. Plus you get paid for the time, the duration of the actual visit itself, which is another. Oh my God. They're just making, look, fraud on top of fraud, just money on top of money on top of money. These niggas just making all the monies.
Come on, share your dollar. Give me your dollar. Share your dollar with me. Come on.
Shout out to Big Tom with the 5-ball. He says, thank you for covering this. You should look up Gavin Cato, a personal ambulance company, started the Crown Heights riot in 91. Oh, get out of there, man. Get out of there. You know who lives in Crown Heights, bro. Get out of there, bro.
They all own 20 vehicles, and they're all making 10 trips a day, and it's $50 per trip. So it's 800 times 20 times 10 trips times $50 a trip. Do the math. And the reality is, how many of these trips are being provided? 0. They don't have to provide any. Why? Because when they are paid by the state of Minnesota, these companies go online and they fill out a form, and it just says, okay, how many trips, how many miles. They submit that electronically to the state, and boom, they get paid. Nobody bothers to check. They don't call the dentist. Did this kid show up? They don't do anything. As soon as that form is filed with the state of Minnesota, that payment goes out immediately.
And so essentially, these transportation companies are what hold all of the fraud together, because you have the daycare centers working with the transportation companies, the adult daycare centers working with the transportation companies, the healthcare companies working with the transportation companies. So it's just another way to bill and to also make it look like something's happening here inside of.
And this is why the federal government, Trump's administration, they cannot trust anybody in Minnesota when it comes to investigating a crime like the shooting that happened the other day. Everybody knows that the feds locked them out of the whole investigation, and they're really not even investigating anymore. It's over. It's closed case now. But why even trust these people? You can't you got a teenager running around solving billions of dollars in fraud crimes, and you can't even get these people arrested. Every time you send them to court and convict them, they get off. They go home. They take a plane right back to Somalia with bags of money.
Minnesota.
This is the belly of the beast. All of this fraud revolves around these transportation companies. All of it. This touches every part of fraud here in Minnesota.
And today we're going to go confront these people. We confronted them last time. There was no kids in any of the child care centers. And today, what do you expect to see?
I think we're going to see some vehicles because, you know, when I drive around the cities here, I see these Somalis driving, and mostly it's like a Plymouth Caravan or whatever. And there's never, ever, ever been a passenger. And in 7 years, I've never seen a passenger in any of these vehicles. I've followed some of them. They're going to Costco. They're going to Sam's Club. They're going to Walmart. The driver gets out, goes in there, loads up a shopping cart, comes in, puts it in the van, and off they go back to where they live.
We're paying people to shop. He's getting paid to take patients to Walmart and Costco. There is no patient. It's all money, and he might as well get some groceries while he's out there.
And now we're going to go out and see what's happening with these transportation companies.
And here's the other thing. Tim Walz and the Department of Human Service, you threw the people of Minnesota under the bus. Shame on you, and I'm coming for you.
You heard it here first, David. All right, let's go. So where's the first location we're going to?
The first location is a company called Safari Transportation, Cedar Avenue South in Minneapolis.
And so what makes Safari Transportation Company an interesting transportation company?
Well,
allegedly fraudulent.
Well, the thing about Safari is that they've been registered since 2015 with the state of Minnesota as operating vehicles. And again, the national average for a non-emergency medical transportation company is 20 vehicles. So if they've got 20 vehicles and they're at 607 Cedar Avenue, I have no idea where there's parking them because there is no parking anywhere near this office.
We've arrived to the transportation company. We're outside, and right there we have Loving Arms Adult Daycare. All the windows are completely boarded out right there, and there's supposed to be a transportation company registered right here. It's 617, but it's a liquor store. So the location here is 607.
The transportation company is registered to a liquor store. This has to violate a couple of different codes. I just know you can't have a transportation company and a liquor company in the same business. It just doesn't work that way.
And also 617. These are two transportation companies. We're on a main road right now, and this is 607, and it is not a transportation company. It's actually a money transfer, but it's registered here, 607. This does not look like Safari Transportation. Where is the transportation company?
I don't see any signs denoting that there's any transportation. It's all just looks like money wiring. But if you look at the Secretary of State's office, state of Minnesota, Safari Transportation, 607 Cedar Avenue, and it's been registered here since 2015. That was the original filing.
So let's see if we have the manager. Let's see if we can find FOD. Hello. How are you? We're looking for the transportation company.
Safari Transportation?
Looking for Safari Transportation?
No, there's no Safari Transportation here.
No Safari Transportation?
Safari Transportation,
Hey,
607 Cedar Avenue.
We're just looking for Safari Transportation.
We don't know.
So, but this is registered for Safari Transportation,
know.
That's the
607.
address.
Okay, we don't know.
We're asking where Safari
There's
Transportation is.
not, we don't know.
Did you know
Okay, so the
Fuad
business is
Omar?
not here.
Don't record.
Fuad Omar?
Fuad Omar,
We don't know. This, do you see this? What is this?
money transferring.
That's it.
Okay,
Well, this
registered.
is from the state.
This is fraud taking place. This is supposed to say, this is for
Go
Safari
find out.
Transportation.
Go find out.
Yeah, we did find out. This is fraud right here.
Registered here
This is
since
registered.
2015.
2015?
Safari Transportation, state of Minnesota.
2015. Oh, yeah.
Well, but it's registered now. This is current, just off the state of Minnesota website today.
Sir,
This is from today. I just printed this off today. Fuad Omar.
go check it out.
We're here. This is 607. Where's Safari Transportation?
Okay, it's no Safari, period.
Okay, so it's a fraudulent business.
Did you see Safari anything here?
Exactly.
Did you see?
Exactly. It's
Did
not
you
here.
see it?
It's a fraud.
Did you see, sir?
Okay, thank you. We're going to go to the next
Okay.
address.
That's it.
All right, let's keep moving on. So 607, this is supposed to be Safari Transportation, no transportation company. And now we're going to 617, another transportation company. However, it is actually Cedar Riverside Liquor. Where is the transportation company?
617.
617 right
Dreamline
here.
Transportation for the state of Minnesota is registered to 617 Cedar Avenue South.
And it's a liquor store. David, They aren't even trying to hide that these
Yeah.
are transportation companies. Where are the vans at?
Should we ask?
Let's go ask.
Transportation company that sells liquor but don't even have any vehicles. All they have is liquor.
Hey, we're looking for.
It's literally a
Dreamline
liquor store.
Transportation.
Now we're in 617 Dreamline Transportation.
No.
Where is the transportation company?
He don't know nothing. He just worked there.
No, we don't have this.
You ever heard of Safari Transportation?
Safari, I know Safari, that money wiring, 607.
The money wiring.
Yeah.
Okay, that's money wiring.
Yeah.
Safari
We're looking for
Transportation?
Safari
Maybe there.
Transportation.
607.
They said they never heard of it.
I never did. Safari company, the money wiring, they send money there. That's the 607.
So Safari gets the money and then they wire it out.
Yeah, the money.
That man just said that Safari is actually a money wiring company, so therefore they're receiving money and then wiring it somewhere underneath the name of a transportation
So he
company.
said to go here.
Suite A right here. And then you have 617A right here, but this is reliable services, immigration, travel, and tax. I do not see a transportation company
Good
anywhere.
morning. Hey, we're hoping to find Dreamline Transportation. You ever heard of it?
I'm not heard of it. Ask next door.
He said to ask here, that you would know.
Ask next door. This is a mailbox. It's not a phone.
So Dreamline Transportation could be nothing more than a mailbox. 834.
So it could be one of these mailboxes. Well,
Okay, see you later.
607 Safari Transportation doesn't exist. It's actually a money wiring business.
Literally just working out of a post office box. Not even at the post office. It's just a paid P.O. box from some little business somewhere.
617 Dreamline, inside of there, it's actually a liquor store. And then 617A is a place where there's a bunch of mailboxes and it says reliable ITT services. How are you doing, man?
I just want to ask you,
Yes, sir.
why are you sensationalizing the propaganda?
What are we
to-
sensationalizing?
To attack our community.
Oh, look at him. He's concerned about his community. Why is this white man coming over here asking questions to these proud, hardworking black peoples?
This makes Jim Crow look like Jim Eagle.
What's your final objective?
We're
Are
not
you-
attacking your
are you-
community by any means.
Are you making
We're
good money
looking-
from this?
We're looking for fraud.
No, I'm
For
not.
instance, can you answer our question? Where's Safari Transportation Company 607?
second.
It's not there.
How
And why don't
much-
you answer?
How much money are
Why don't you answer the
how much
question?
money
Where's
are you
617
making?
Dreamline Security?
How much money are you making?
I make money off
this?
of YouTube. That's how I make my money.
Exactly. So you're making money off of sensationalizing
That my job
and attacking
is.
the Somali community.
I'm not attacking you guys. We're asking.
I'll tell you the
fraud is
reason why
fraud,
this is
sir.
happening. All right. Let me tell
David,
you the reason why
fraud
you're
is
attacking
fraud,
this.
correct?
Yes.
This has nothing to do with race. This is fraud. Is
This
fraud.
absolutely has to do with us being Muslim.
No, it does not.
All right, and us being from Africa. This is a constitutional argument. If you don't want us here,
Honestly, I think he's right. I think it does have a lot to do with them being Muslim. It's like a little financial jihad or something. You know, you got to pay the jizya or whatever.
change the freedom of religion. Say, listen, we don't want Muslims in this country anymore.
We're not saying
No,
that.
no, no, no.
We're not
Because
saying that.
When I go
Sir,
onto
we're
your
talking
comments,
about fraud. You're talking.
when I go onto your comments,
My comments
what
aren't
I see
me.
is people that say we do not want Muslims here. Kick every single Muslim in Minnesota out of Minnesota.
That's a comment.
You are listen.
That's not what I'm saying.
You're preparing for the Somali community to maybe be taken to concentration camps, just like
How?
the Japanese community. All
How?
right, you're sensationalizing.
No, we're not.
All right,
Sir,
something that
answer
can
the
listen.
question. Where-
That's something
where
that can,
is the transportation
something
vehicle
that can
company?
jeopardize
Answer the question.
the safety and the protection of
This
the
is
Somali
fraud.
community.
We're talking
If
about
anything
fraud.
I'm worried about the safety of Nick Shirley. Shout out to Big Time with the 5 ball. He says, think he will get kirked. Other independent streamers will start doing this if their video hits 100 million on Twitter X for exposing fraud. Other people are doing this. You know who I saw going door to door, knocking on daycare centers? John Rocker. You remember John Rocker back in the day? He used to be a pitcher. I think he played for like Atlanta or something like that. Then he went up to New York City and he hated everybody. Yeah, he's on the hunt for fraud. Everybody's on the hunt for fraud, man. Everybody's trying to find the money. I know there's money out there. I'm looking for the money too. If you know where the money is, help a nigga out. Show me where the money is, y'all.
Give me the money. Give me the money for I would do. Give me the money.
Happens to the Somali
We're talking
community.
about fraud.
Listen, I'm not doing anything. I'm not physically touching
You're
him.
getting very close.
I'm not physically touching
very
him.
close.
No, I'm not physically touching him.
This is fraud.
What
We're
you're
talking about
doing,
fraud.
what you're
You're
doing,
you're
what
defending
you're doing,
fraud.
when
You're
I go
defending
into your
fraud.
comments,
You're defending fraud.
people who hate Muslims
Okay,
want
people
us
can-
out of here
people can say
for
what they
being
want. I'm
Muslim,
not censoring
are
anybody.
using your material. Islamophobes use your material. People who hate Islam use your material. Say to us, we don't want you here. Change the constitution. But guess what? Let me tell you something. Guess what?
Say it. We're asking about
You know,
fraud.
what
We're
you
asking
do,
about fraud.
you hate Muslims.
I'm not saying I hate
You
Muslims.
hate you
We're
know
talking
you
about
hate
fraud.
Muslims.
We're talking
Why
about
are you
fraud.
attacking us?
This
Are we
is
the
fraud.
only community
We're
that
talking-
suffers because of fraud?
We're talking about
Are we
fraud.
the only community that does fraud? Are we the only community that does this?
This is about
All
fraud.
right, but there's what, 300 Somali
This is
providers in
fraud.
all of Minnesota?
There's actually
I'm not-
800.
don't touch me. Don't go
So,
you speak English,
transportation
right?
companies.
Your security doesn't even speak English. Listen,
Yeah,
let me tell you
so
something.
see, this isn't a race issue, sir.
Listen, let me
This
tell
is
you
about
something.
fraud.
We have, what, 1,000 providers?
Yeah, you guys have a...
Even it's 2,000 providers.
Okay,
You
sir.
want to sacrifice the safety of
Sir.
80,000 people
We're not
because of fucking 2,000 providers? Are you fucking mad? Are you stupid?
I'm not stupid. You're stupid.
You're
Where's the transportation company?
sensationalizing. What about if a mass
Listen.
shooting happens in Minnesota?
Everybody's so tough lately. You guys notice that? Everybody's like really, really tough on the internet lately. We're going to talk about that later. That's a whole other thing. But there's a lot of people just really, really tough. All the bearded guys want to get into fights and stuff. It's really crazy. All the fat guys with beards, they want to get into fights on the internet. It's amazing to watch.
It will be because of you. It will be because of you. If any Somali gets hurt in Minnesota, it's because of Nick fucking Shirley.
This is about
if
fraud.
One single Somali gets hurt.
This is about fraud,
it's because
sir.
of you. Sensationalizes. You son of a bitch. Sensationalizes.
Wow, you're
Get
very
the fuck
nice.
out of our neighborhood.
Very nice.
Get the fuck out of our
Sir,
neighborhood.
can you tell me where the transportation
Get the fuck
company
out
is?
of our neighborhood. We don't want you here. Get the fuck out of here.
Calm down, sir.
Get the fuck out of here.
Sir, this is
You
about
wanted
fraud.
sensationalize? You wanted clicks?
You're
You got clicks.
sensationalizing yourself,
You
sir.
wanted clicks?
You're
You got
sensationalizing yourself.
clicks.
You know, it's moments like these where I just realize that voting only gets you so far. I'm not sure if you can totally vote your way out of this problem. Shout out to Smarty Pants with the $2. Trump banned 75 countries' visas. Dems face RICO, and we are winning.
Somebody had to do it. I am the chosen one. Somebody had to do it.
And I want to understand white rage, and I'm white.
You wanted clicks? You wanted the YouTube?
Tell me where the
You
transportation
wanted
vehicle
YouTube
is.
clicks? You got YouTube clicks. Now get the fuck out of our community.
Tell me where the
Get the
transportation
fuck out of our
vehicle
community.
is. Tell me where the...
You
This
stupid,
is about fraud.
racist motherfucker.
This is...
Say I don't want
This
Muslims
is about
here.
fraud.
Say I don't want Muslims here. Say it. Say
I'm
I
not-
want to change the constitution.
No, I don't
and
want to
wanna
change the
freedom of
constitution.
religion, and I don't want Muslim Somalis in Minnesota. Kick them out. I was born in this country. You have to get away from me. That is what you are
Sir,
arguing for.
we're not talking...
Change the constitution.
This is about
Fuck you.
fraud.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Get the fuck out of our community.
This is about fraud.
Get the fuck out of our community. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Stupid fucking idiot.
Tell me where the transportation company is then.
Get the fuck out of here.
Obviously, for this video, we had to get security because look at this now. All right, we're going. We're going.
Notice what they do. And this is very third worldish, by the way. This is very third worldish, totally third world behavior. One guy comes out. He has no intention of actually doing anything to Nick himself. He knows better. He wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight. This guy did not want to fight anybody. But what he wanted to do was draw a crowd. And then once the other third worlders, they came and they saw, oh, one of my fellow third worlders is in trouble with a white man. No, let's go correct. Let's surround the white man. I don't even know what's happening, but clearly my third world brother needs my help against the white man. And now we're going to make a crowd and we're going to make noise and we're going to make a scene. And the more noise we make, the more people come around. And the more people that come around, the more dangerous it actually gets. It's a very third world environment we have in Minnesota. Minnesota was never meant to be a third world place.
But there is no transportation company in there. Fraud. There were no transportation companies.
No, none.
This isn't about race. This isn't against religion. This is about fraud. We're fighting fraud here. We're not fighting a race.
Well, and this is what happens when you put a spotlight on fraud. The people who are benefiting become extremely violent, and the Somalis are the most violent people I have ever met in my whole life.
Because he couldn't answer the question. Where was the transportation company?
He wouldn't answer the question. All he did was make it about race and then issue threats.
Neither business was there or operating, and giving a very conservative estimate based off of David's numbers and other numbers online, it's fair to say each business is operating with an average of 20 vehicles and with a much lower and generous rate of $25 per trip. And with 10 alleged trips a day, each business is pulling an estimate of $1.3 million in gross revenue. And with those two locations alone, there's over $2.6 million in estimated fraud.
Just two places. Two places. We got 2 million, almost 3. We're going to round it up to 3 million. $3 million of fraud, 2 businesses already.
All right, we're going to the next location.
What's interesting, Nick, is that one of the places we just visited, the 617 Cedar Avenue South, that's for Dreamline Transportation. That's the address listed with the state of Minnesota. But the place that we're going right now is going to have vans that say Dreamline Transportation on them, but they haven't moved in months and months. You'll see they're covered with snow. There will be no tire tracks. And so why are they using this address? And all that was in there was a liquor store. And he told us to talk to the guy next door. And those were all just mailboxes. And then the guy next door said, go talk to him. I said, we just talked to him. Obviously the cover up, and you see how they all stick together. And it's all this intimidation. And thank God we had the security we did there, because that would have been bad.
Now we're outside of this transportation vehicle company right here.
Yeah, and so you can see these are the vans that say Dreamline. You can see the sticker on the window and the numbers on the rear. None of these vehicles have moved in 8 months. I've been taking date stamp photos. All these vehicles are in the exact same spot they were 8 months ago. And look, there's no tire tracks, so they haven't moved.
And this van as well, this is Dreamline. Dreamline was the location where we got chased out from the Somalis on 617 Cedar. And this is a vehicle from Dreamline that actually didn't even exist. It was a liquor store. And now it's here, and the vans haven't moved at all. Literally, no vans and no tire tracks anywhere. If these vans are being used to transport people, whether it be healthcare, childcare, there would be snow tracks. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 vehicles here. No snow tracks anywhere. These vehicles are not being used, and these transportation companies are making lots of money. Meanwhile, there's actually nothing to show for. Here's all of the vehicles right here. And the vehicles that are coming in and out, like this Toyota, it does not have anything to do with transportation company because there's no stickers on it and there's snow tracks. But the vehicles that are supposed to be used for transportation are literally locked in. Snow is building icicles. No one's even came out to remove the snow off the window. These transportation vehicles are not moving. And then right here, David has more paperwork for Silver Mountain. And there's 3 different companies in the same address.
Yeah.
So when we talk about how all these companies are intertwined, this is a perfect example of that. And this is why these transportation companies are so essential to the fraud in Minnesota, because they allow the fraud to be supported, as the majority of the fraud is from welfare programs like daycares, autism centers, and adult daycares, and healthcare services. They need to leave a paper trail to make it look like something is happening.
If you didn't hate welfare before, you should hate it now. And if you did hate welfare before, tell everybody you were right and they can kiss your ass, God damn it.
Therefore, they use these transportation companies to create that paper trail by saying they're moving people from an adult daycare to a healthcare provider, for example, but they actually never provide the service at the healthcare provider. But that paper trail allows them to continue to bill the state for the money and everyone gets paid. That's why this fraud is so deep and hard to dismantle, because quite literally everyone is involved.
And it's all because the state of Minnesota never checks.
All right, so this is actually the location for Silver Mountain Inc., LLC, and Co. Let's see if any... Yes, we're wondering where Silver Mountain.
Silver Mountain?
Silver Mountain.
Oh, I don't know that. Where is this?
It says 2722 Park Avenue.
Where
Is
is
Silver Mountain here?
Fuck Silver Mountain. You don't have a permission to do that.
Okay,
You
so
were
Silver
ju-
Mountain does not exist.
You were
No, the name,
doing-
the
I don't
name's
give a
not,
shit.
the name's
I don't-
not fuck
don't-
Silver Mountain. It's just Silver Mountain.
Don't ask
Home
me
Health
that.
Care.
When you come,
All right,
So
sir.
Silver
Well,
Mountain-
so
This
Silver,
is not a waste
so
of time.
Silver
It's a
Mountain
way
does
to
not
make a
exist.
business. You're making a
2722
business.
Park
You have
Avenue.
millions of people watching you.
Silver
You're making
Mountain.
business to
Okay,
different
sir.
people.
2720.
You have millions of people watching right
Yes.
now. Where is Silver Mountain
I don't
Home
know
Health
where
Care?
Silver Mountain is.
Okay, well, that's what we're
But-
looking for. All right, we're
Me
moving on.
sitting there-
So Silver Mountain does not exist. David,
Nobody knows anything. Everywhere you go, nobody knows nothing. I don't know nothing.
we're just simply asking for where is Silver Mountain Home Health
Can't
Care?
find any of these companies. I mean, this is shocking. 3 companies are supposed to be in that building, and he's never heard of them. He doesn't know anything about them.
And look, so they don't exist there. Right there, Somali Senior Center and Adult Day Services, a daycare right there. All these welfare companies are in the same location, but their businesses, that business didn't even exist.
It's all fraud, all of it.
So right there is a transportation company, no passenger, just a driver. How come you think when it comes time to take accountability for what's happening, or just to answer simple questions about the fraud, they can't answer?
Well, I think their reaction tells you all you need to know. That the reaction is so violent that if there was no fraud going on, they would say, what are you talking about? They would have a civil conversation, but they can't, because they know we're shining the light on the fraud and they have no defense. So in their mind, being loud and using profanity is their only defense.
Because I'm trying to give them the opportunity to say, where are the transportation companies? Where are the daycare? Where are the children? Where are the companies now?
Being loud and using profanity is their only defense because they are not bright. Nobody that you're talking to is actually bright enough to pull this off. And there are people, there are organizations out there, like quote NGOs or whatever, whose role it is to teach people how to set up these businesses, how to quote unquote run the scam. You know, they're not going to tell you it's a scam, but you're going to be able to read between the lines and figure out what you got to do to make the money and not do nothing. And nobody that you've talked to is actually smart enough, sophisticated enough to pull it off. And that's why they're just going to, you know, threaten you and curse at you and yell at you, you know. It's easier that way for them.
Yet they can't answer.
And to this point, Nick, the transportation companies we've been to, we haven't seen a single vehicle at any of them. In fact, some of them don't even exist. We can't even find them. We're going to the addresses that are listed on the Secretary of State's website as their business address.
This is a massive parking lot here. We're gonna go ask them where their vehicles are. They should not have any excuse as to why they don't have their vehicles here, other than if they're out driving right now. And what's the story behind this business?
Well, this business is new as of March of 2024. It's Muhammad Malim is the registered agent for 713 Minnehaha Avenue East.
Me and David headed into this building, however, the owner was not there.
We're here at the suite of Epimonia Transport LLC. There's actually not even a sign here. And anyone here, it looks like there's a guy over here. Let's see if we can talk to him really quick. Do you know about Epimonia Transport here?
So there was a transportation company here in 305 for a long time, even before I joined the building a few years ago. He's never really here. I've seen the office a couple of times. There's barely anything in there but a couch. And then I see him maybe twice a month so
and there's no transport vehicles outside. Massive parking lot, but no transport.
I've never seen one. I've been here for 3 years, and I'm always here. I'm a workaholic. I'm just nonstop here, so I know everybody in the building. And this specific space here is probably the most sketchy out of any other business here. Everyone else is here. They're friendlier. He just pops in and out.
For instance, this guy Muhammad, he should have his business in 308. There should be transportation vehicles outside. There's nothing.
That's weird that you say 308 because he's always been in 305 for the last 3 years.
Wow, so he's even lying on his public records with the government.
I would assume if he was to make and doing fraud, it makes sense to switch it up and throw people off track. It would be the first thing somebody would do, I would think.
So since the fraud has started to be exposed, Muhammad has left the scene, and that guy just said, he confirmed that there was never even been transportation vehicles outside. So Muhammad has completely left the scene. He's nowhere to be found, and this parking lot, massive parking lot, actually never even had any transport vehicles, according to the guy who lived or had his office next to Muhammad. How quick do you think the fraud would dry out here in Minnesota if they were to cut out the transportation side of the fraud?
I think it would have a massive effect, and that the signal that would send would let people know the party's over.
Because if me and you were to go to the doctor, we either have to find a family member, drive ourselves, or pay for an Uber. How come they even have this set up?
Yeah.
Because nobody wants to get called a racist. Nobody wants to be the white guy who uncovers all the brown foreigner fraud. Because the first thing they're going to do is call you racist, and then there's going to be an army of lonely liberal white women who come out and defend you. They're going to protest. They're going to march. One of them is going to get shot in the face for you. It's going to be a whole thing. You're not going to want that.
I tried to arrange a ride with one of these Somali transportation companies. They said they were all full. So now we're at 2833 13th Avenue South in Minneapolis. And there's supposed to be a non-emergency medical transportation company here called Advance Mobility Incorporated. And what's interesting about this company is that state records show that it first registered with the state of Minnesota in 1999.
And they have been in business for over 26 years.
Yes, correct.
And so we're going to go inside.
They must have a lot of vehicles.
So this is Advanced Mobility 2833, boarded up. All these windows are covered right here. We're going to see if we can go inside. There's a bunch of shops in here. We have money transferring shop. We got clothes in here. There's a coffee shop. Let's see if Advanced Mobility is in here. We got spices. Is Advanced Mobility here?
You know 224?
I don't think you guys are allowed to record yet.
Do you know where Advanced Mobility is?
Suite 224.
She's recording over there, so. Suite 224. Do you guys know where Advanced Mobility is? Do you guys know where Advanced Mobility is?
Advanced Mobility?
Yeah, we're looking for it. Never heard of it?
What is this?
Oh, my name is Nick Shirley. We're just looking for Advanced Mobility. Where's Advanced Mobility at?
We don't care about Advanced Mobility.
That's what we're asking for. All right, we're looking for Advanced Mobility. Nobody can help us right now. We got a whole group of people trying to get us out of here. We're looking for Advanced Mobility.
We don't care about Advanced Mobility.
Advanced Mobility doesn't exist.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
You know, the more I watch these videos, the more I wish we had vigilantes. I'm willing to risk it. At this point, I am willing to risk it. I think we need vigilantes in America. We need a bunch of Charles Bronsons just doing shit.
You need to get out. You need to get out. Get out.
Now they're pushing us out of here.
Get out.
Where's Advanced Mobility at?
We don't care about Advanced Mobility.
That's what we're asking for.
Get out. Get out.
Would you like to give a statement on where Advanced Mobility is?
No, go ahead. Get out. We don't care.
So Advanced Mobility is not anywhere here. We're leaving, sir. Would you like to give a statement on what's happening here in Minnesota?
You make stuff up. This is a lie. I don't care. Who do you work for? Who do you work for? No, who do you work for?
Nick Shirley.
Who do you work
This
for?
is Nick Shirley, sir.
I don't care about Nick Shirley. That's you.
Yes, sir.
But who do you work for?
For Nick Shirley.
I don't care about Nick Shirley.
That's who he's working for today, Nick Shirley.
This is from the
We
state
don't
of
care. We don't care
Minnesota.
about that. Get out of here.
Stop here.
And see, you guys say I can't film, but look.
The primitives say they don't care, but really they don't understand. Because they're primitive.
Look at you guys filming. You can do that. You can film here.
From the
Advanced mobility doesn't exist.
Well, so what was interesting was we walked in there, and on the state's website, it says it's in suite 224, but it's a one-story building. None of the suites had the number 2 on them. It doesn't exist. And it's been registered since 1999, and it doesn't exist.
All right, next location. David, where are we at?
We're at what's called Ray's, R-A-Y-Z Transportation, LLC.
And this is Ray's Transportation. We're on a street. There's no parking lot for any transportation vehicles. We'll see what happens. This is the address for Ray's Transportation. Let's see if anybody is here. Is Ray's Transportation here, sir?
I don't know. Transportation place. There's no transportation places here.
Oh, okay, well.
It's just Ray's.
Healthcare places.
R-A-Y-Z.
Well, I think it's.
This is actually more lucrative than all of the daycare fraud centers because you actually have to have a brick and mortar location to run the daycare fraud scam. These guys are running a transportation scam. They're claiming up to 20 vehicles, collecting all this money for trips that they never have to actually take. They're just filling out paperwork. And they don't even have to put any money up front. They don't have to buy a business. All they need is an address. They just use somebody's address, buy a P.O. box at a little money wire transfer place or some shit like that, a little Wahala business or whatever they got going on, and boom, you're in the game.
To confirm they're not here, David. So it's confirmed that Ray Transportation, all of these transportation companies, they're kind of like ghost companies. They exist on paper, but they don't actually exist in person. Would you like to see anybody in the government here held accountable?
Most definitely, because there can definitely be an allocation of funds.
And what's your message to Tim Walz?
Of course, the black guy worried about allocation of funds. And I feel him. If anybody was going to get that money, it should have been your black ass, right? You broke, you black, why you ain't getting none of this money? It's because they didn't cut you in on a scam. The progressives, the liberal white women, the Somalis, nobody thought about your black ass. Now you're out here struggling with your hoodie on.
Make a change. Make a change, because there's definitely, even when it comes down to like the kids and stuff, there's definitely stuff that like we need spaces for the things that are going on that they're not doing. We need these type of spaces for it. Now this is some crazy stuff, but I'm glad that you bringing light to it. It is a crazy, interesting situation.
Hey, what's up? What you got going on, man? Hey,
Hey.
you keep the false narrative that you be going on. It's a nonsense.
You should get in your car, 'cause
you
there's-
should not be doing that, right?
It's like a drive-by Somali. Dude just jumped out of the car. Did the car even stop? I have never seen a drive-by Somali before in my life. We're witnessing weapons and attacks that we've never seen before. America really is going through it right now.
You are creating misinformation. This is not fair. It's not fair for the American people to be doing that.
For
It's
fraud to
not
be happening?
fair. It's not fair what you mean. You cannot be doing that. You're not being fair.
How?
This country is built on fairness. You're not being fair.
Yeah,
You cannot come into the community and be.
This country built on fairness. What is your country built on? I'm just curious, for the sake of argument, what is your country built on?
Doing that.
So we shouldn't allow fraud to be happening, right?
Let the legal system do its job.
Well, it's failed.
We got a governor. We got an attorney general. Let them do the job. You're not in a position to do the job. You're not a prosecutor. If you want to run for office, go ahead, run for office.
You know what's crazy? Look at the random black guy with his beige hoodie on. Literally caught in the middle between a white American and an angry Somali. And he's just naturally on that white guy's side. Like, he is not on the angry Somali side. Like, he would pop for that white guy right now. He would totally pop the bottle for that white guy. Let that Somali act crazy. He just might get mad. He might not even be thinking about the white guy no more. He watching this Somali get all animated about the money he stole and the money this nigga can't get none of. Let this nigga keep acting up. He just might get mad and hook off on him. You never know.
Office, but you cannot be doing this. This is misinformation. This is information.
How is it misinformation, sir? It's from the
This is what you're doing.
state
You're
of
coming
Minnesota.
You're coming everywhere. Where you coming from?
You call the police for him?
You see what I mean? We're talking about the facts that's happening here.
It's south side. It's my turf. Get it.
Sir, so we were just having a civil conversation. That guy hopped out of his car in the middle of the road. In the middle of the road about the fraud that's happening. And he's saying that I'm the bad guy for showing light of what's happening here.
They're passionate. They're passionate people. They don't want this type of stuff either going on or be brought to light. So that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna come. It's a very tight knit community.
You saw it firsthand how crazy it gets out here. He hopped out in the middle of the intersection. So this isn't about race. You're a black.
They're not like us. Look at this man right here. Look at how he looking right now. Look at homeboy's face right now. Look at the black dude's face right now. He's like, this bullshit, man. Alone and outgunned, ain't you? Alone and outgunned, bro. Sometimes alone happens, but you can always fix outgunned. My man is alone and outgunned right now. It's just you and this skinny white boy trying to figure out how to fix America.
Out here, he hopped out in the middle of the intersection. So this isn't about race. You're a black guy. They're black, right? We don't have no ill feelings towards you by any means. We're talking about the fraud that's happening. So God bless you, sir, and thank you very much. Why are we doing this?
So we're doing this, A, because it's the right thing to do. The people of Minnesota and the people of America want this done. Fraud is fraud.
Hey, Freeman's Journal. He said he does kind of look like he's questioning how he wound up on the white man's team. I've been over that. You know, I've made my peace with that for years. You know, it's a long time now. I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable over here on this team. I like this team. This is a team with hot water and electricity. We got battleships. We got cruise ships. We got spaceships. We got all kind of ships on this team. This is the dope team for real. I made my peace with this team a long time ago. I don't understand. Well, I do understand, but a lot of other people don't really understand the power of being on this team. They feel bitter about it. They feel some type of way. I'm trying to tell you, ain't nothing like being a first world nigga. We are unique. We are special. We really are. Black America, we like the maybe a handful of Canadian niggas, but nobody likes Canadians of any race. Black, white, whatever. Nobody really cares about Canada that much. But American black people, first of all, America was already the shit. And we got these special Negroes. Like, nigga, you don't even understand what it means to be one of us right here. This is the dopest team ever.
And when we try and talk with these people and say, look, the main reason we're doing this is to find out why are all these checks being written by the state of Minnesota for companies that don't even exist. That's what we're trying to figure out. It's not a race issue. It's a fraud issue, and fraud is fraud.
And so what most people don't understand about this fraud is it is literally in the entire state.
Okay, all right. Listen, Freeman's Journal says, I'm a Marine. Only color I see is green, Latinas, and white women. Listen up, Mr. Marine. All right, hoo-ah. Only one of those three things is actually a color. Maybe because, you know, being a Marine, you might not need to worry about the details and shit, but I just want you to know only one of those three things is actually a color, bro.
Of Minnesota. It's not just in one part of Minneapolis.
Right. And so I think what happens is the people in the suburbs of Minneapolis and St. Paul, they get lulled into a false sense of security because they say, oh, that's in Minneapolis, it doesn't affect us, or that's in St. Paul. And we're showing that this fraud spreads throughout the entire state of Minnesota, including all of the suburbs. And we're going to bring to light exactly what's going on in those respective suburbs.
And so what's happening in this suburb of St. Louis Park?
Well, this is one of the Somali NEMT, non-emergency medical transportation companies, that's registered with the state of Minnesota in St. Louis Park. And so let's see if this one actually exists.
This is the location of Crescent Transportation. We have no vans outside right now. Does not look like any vans are outside. Let's go inside, see if Crescent Transportation exists. Here we are, and it's an apartment complex. There's no signage of any Crescent Transportation Company. Once again, another fraudulent business where they don't even have a storefront to show where they're at. This is an apartment complex. So this is an apartment complex right here?
Yeah.
And have you ever seen Crescent Transportation out here?
Nope.
And what do you think about the fraud taking place here in Minnesota?
Huh? I'm a taxpayer. I don't like it.
What's your message to all the fraudsters?
Huh? Prosecute their ass. Take them to jail.
And how do you...
Man, so I'm a taxpayer. I don't like it. Look at this Uncle Ruckus. Look at this nigga down here. You know Uncle Ruckus with the shits. Uncle Ruckus don't care how many Somalis you lock up. Somalis is just niggas that ain't even had the privilege of being colonized by the white man. Uncle Ruckus ain't really, he don't give a shit about these niggas. He really do look like Uncle Ruckus, though. That eyeball is killing me right now.
Oh, yeah.
What happened to your sheriff?
There is powerful niggardry at work here.
Feel known that, for instance, right here, a transportation company that receives money from the government is not even here. It's an apartment complex.
I can say I don't like it. I'm a taxpayer. I work hard for my money. People out here fraud, they still go to jail.
And should Tim Walz go to jail?
Oh, he cricket too, huh? All them cricket, all the politicians. My daddy ain't never liked none of them.
So that man right there just confirmed that this is an apartment complex.
Right. And so the cities have specific rules governing operating businesses out of apartments. They do not allow transportation companies to park vehicles in an apartment parking lot. None of the cities in the Twin Cities allow that.
Because even if you were to be running a transportation company out of your apartment, there's nowhere to park the cars.
Well, where are they? There aren't any. Crescent, I don't see anything with Crescent on it anywhere.
More fraud taking place here.
So this is called Hopkins Child Care Center. This facility is licensed to hold 118 children. So this should be a really big facility. And this year alone, they have received $2.25 million from the state of Minnesota. And last year, they received $1.92 million from the state of Minnesota. And this facility in the past 5 years has been in the top 10 for the most money received from the state of Minnesota.
So there should be plenty of children. There should be footprints of children walking in and out.
This should be a very busy place, yes.
So this right here is Hopkins Child Care Center. They're receiving over $2 million a year. All of the windows are completely blacked out. You can't even get in. And for a place that's supposed to have over 100 children, there's no footprints anywhere going into the store. And it's locked, midday right now. This is the backside of the daycare, ringing the doorbell right now. See if anybody comes. Hello, sir, how are you doing? How are you doing? Yes, sir.
Get out.
Okay, listen.
Get out. This is our business.
Each other, okay?
What are you looking for?
We don't care what you do on the parking lot.
Go this side.
This
private.
I can be here in the parking lot.
No. You don't be here.
Wait,
What are
can
you
we
looking
ask
for?
you about the daycare? It's
I gotta tell you, these are the worst looking bunch of immigrants that we've ever had in America. I got an idea. Just so we don't get accused of being racist as a country, we should do immigration on like a beauty standard level. Because here's the thing, I bet you didn't know this. IQ and attractiveness and IQ are slightly linked. IQ and attraction, I'm sorry, let me say this again for the slow people. I'm one of them, by the way. IQ and attractiveness are minimally linked, meaning the dumb blonde trope is a trope. It is not technically true. Therefore, what I'm proposing is that all of our immigration policy be based on the hotness scale. You have to be a 6 and above. If you're a 7 and below, you better be a guy or have some really good technical skills. You better be able to code or something.
All right, well,
Can we ask you about the daycare?
No, I don't care, Ken.
Sir, I'm not racist.
You have to live here.
I'm asking
No. You don't ask me nothing.
$2.25 million.
Get out, you guys. Get out.
$2.5 million.
Get out.
This is a business.
Get out, hey. Get out. What are you looking for?
We're asking. We just want to
get out.
We just want to ask you about $2.25 million.
Get out.
You say
Get out.
of here, man.
Get out, guys. Get out.
You cannot do that.
Get out. No, you cannot. You cannot do that.
Where?
Get out.
This is
fucking get out. No. Get lost. Get out. No.
Sir.
You have to get out. This is our property. Get out.
Why? Can I ask you about the daycare? I have the paperwork right here.
No. Get out.
What's the need
Get
for
out.
$2.25 million for a
I'm telling
daycare?
you, get out.
Can you answer the question?
Get out. No, I don't ask you any question. Fucking.
You
guys,
can't.
get out.
You can't answer the
Get
question.
out. No. Who are you?
My name's Nick
Who are you?
Shirley.
No, I don't give a shit. Get out.
Could you
Get out.
could you answer the question?
No, I don't.
What's the need for $2.25 million for a daycare?
No. Fucking $1 million. Don't worry about it. Get out.
Okay.
Get out.
And it's licensed for
Get out, my friend.
118
Get out.
children.
Get out.
But I don't see any footprints of any children here. I don't see any footprints of any children here.
Get out. Get out. Fucking guys. Get out. No,
One-
you're not asking nothing, man.
I'm
Get
just
out.
asking you about what we're seeing here.
No. Get out.
You-
Get out our business.
you-
Get out.
sir.
This is my property.
You have millions
Get
of people
out.
watching right now. Can you say what's the
fucking
need
$1 million.
for $2.25 million?
Fucking $1 million.
And where are the
man. Get out.
118 children?
Motherfucker, get out.
Sir, I'm just
Get
asking a
out.
simple question.
Get out. No, you don't ask me any question. Fucking get out.
You have the opportunity
Get
to
out.
answer
No.
the question.
You can't ask. You can't ask me nothing. Get out. Get out. Our business, man. Get out. Get out, motherfucker. Get out.
Sir,
Get out.
just answer the question.
No.
Just answer
Get
the
out.
question.
No. Get out. Leave.
Sir, just answer the simple question.
Hey, don't touch me. Don't touch me.
You YouTube, man. Get out.
All right, code word has been given. We're out.
Get out.
All right, we got to get out of here.
Get out.
They got a code word. You know, the first time he did this, he was really like low key and undercover. He could just kind of slide in, just a random white guy in Minnesota. Nobody going to pay you any mind. He might think you're just a junkie or whatever. Now you got to come in with people. They're ready for you now. You need code words. You need backup. You need emergency vehicles. They probably got a Batmobile parked around the corner.
Sir, just answer the question. Where are the children? No footprints of any children around here. No footprints of any children. They can't even answer the question. We gave them so many opportunities.
That's crazy work. That's a good eyeball right there. You pull up to a child's daycare in the middle of a snowy winter, and there are no teeny tiny footprints at the children's daycare. That's a great eye. He's got the eye. He got the eye of the tiger.
Wait for him.
We gave them plenty of opportunities. Just answer some simple questions. Millions of people are watching right now.
They came out with guns blazing. All we want to know is where are the children? 118 children, no footprints in the snow. All of their vehicles were sitting there with 2 feet of snow on them. They haven't moved in months.
The windows are all blacked out.
Yeah.
It's the same thing at all these daycares. 4 men came out. Yet they couldn't answer the simple question. We had it right.
You know, that's a great observation. Goal Line says he's Chris Hansen. He's the Chris Hansen for Somalis, bro. He really is the Chris Hansen of Somali fraud. All he does, he just walks in your daycare. You want to sit down and talk about these children for a minute? It really is like a Chris Hansen for Somali fraud, though. It's crazy work. Crazy work. And also, by the way, shout out to Big Time. No, I'm sorry. Shout out to shout out to Big Time. He says Nick Shirley bringing back the buddy cop genre. That's a big fact. Nick Shirley is bringing back the buddy cop genre. Got the old grizzle Nick Nolte character. You got the young Tom Cruise, Ryan Reynolds guy. White girl got shot in the face the other day. We got all the makings of a buddy cop movie.
I hit a woman for the first time in my life, and I'm having fun.
Shout out to Smarty Pants with the $2. All this fraud and barely pushing. Nigga rich. Bro, nah, don't slip. Don't slip, bro. These Somalis got that money. These Somalis got that money, bro. I'm trying to tell you, these niggas out here grifting. These niggas getting big, big money. I want you to understand, these niggas getting a lot of money. These Somalis, you don't even know, bro. You don't even know. It costs a lot of money, bro. It costs a lot of money to run a Somali daycare, bro.
It costs a lot of money to bring the real. And with this, I dress myself in cashmere. I dress myself in $100 pleated slacks. I dress myself in alligator shoes. I wear a $15,000 Rolex. I got Mercedes-Benz, Rolls-Royce, the biggest house on the biggest deal. Yeah, we don't care. I got Mercedes-Benz, Rolls-Royce, the biggest house on the biggest deal. Yeah, we don't care. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, gift stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine like jet flying, son of a gun, the biggest star of them all. It costs a lot of money to bring the real world champion on location. Only an Arnie and Ricky. We do it better than everybody else. Don't wrap me up. No.
Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. Cost a lot of money to run a Somali daycare, y'all. You don't even know the expenses, man. They got to buy a bigger plate and everything.
Right here, 118 children, $2.25 million this year.
Welcome to Minnesota.
Now, this daycare center, how much money has this one received?
So this this child care center is called Proud Child Care Center, and it's in Eden Prairie, Minnesota, which is a very high income area. It's a further out suburb from Minneapolis, but there are a lot of multi-billion-dollar homes right in this neighborhood. And this child care got $1.25 million in funding in fiscal year 2025. It got $1.08 million last year. It opened in 2021. Let's go see if we can find any kids.
There should be at least 40 children here. Looking at the snow prints, does not look like there's any snow prints of any young children. And all of these windows are completely blacked out.
Boy, really a Somali hunter. He is really a Somali hunter. He's like a white guy 200 years ago on the frontier, tracking dangerous natives, looking for footprints. It's like, this has to be a war party. How can you tell it's a war party? There are no children's footprints. Oh, wise white man hunter. He is really on the Somali hunt, bro. This nigga is extra right now. His senses are sharp as hell right now.
Let's see if we could just talk to somebody. Could I enroll my son Joey into daycare here? Well, do you have a paperwork where I can enroll a child? Oh, my name's Nick Shirley. I was wondering if I could enroll a child. I have a son named Joey. My name's Nick Shirley. Yeah, I'm just coming out and seeing if I could enroll my child.
Nick, you got to get a different kid, bro. They know about Joey. They heard about Joey already. Nobody likes Joey. You got to get a different kid. You got to get a Nick Jr. You got to get a little Timmy or something. Matter of fact, you got to get a Jamal. Tell him that your kid's name is Jamal. No bullshit. No bullshit. See, Joey, nobody's going to flinch at the name Joey. White guy with a kid named Joey, nah, I'm fucking with you. You look like police, right? White guy with a kid named Jamal, well, you clearly like black women.
Yeah, I'm just coming out and seeing if I could enroll my child, Joey. We just want to get a statement as to why this daycare needs $1.26 million, and if it's even possible to enroll somebody like my child, my imaginary child, Joey. No, you guys can't give a clear statement, or could you even give me a paper to enroll a child into the daycare? Just to show that you guys are a legit business. It would debunk all claims if you could just give me a piece of paper saying where to enroll a child. You can't do that. Okay, well, thank you very much. And I hope this place actually is holding 47 children because you guys are receiving $1.26 million in this year alone. So have a great rest of your day. They won't even give us a paper to enroll a child. Could have debunked all their claims.
I told you, bro. They heard about Joey. Everybody already heard about Joey. You need another kid. I'm telling you, if you try this one more time, use Jamal. Jamal. Hell, you know what? Tell him your kid's name is Jermaine. Tell him your kid's name is Jermaine. And Jermaine needs a place to go. I need childcare for Jermaine while I'm at work.
I'm done. I'm done with life. And it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault.
They can't even do it. One of the big talks about the fraud is about Quality Leering Center. It's a daycare that has received $1.9 million. It's licensed for over 99 children. And instead of quality learning, it says quality leering outside. But the big controversy about the Quality Leering Center is that Somalians, after the video went live, they all of a sudden started shuffling children into the daycare. But at the same time, the commissioner of children of Minnesota was on a live stream saying they had closed the daycare a week ago.
Quality Learning Center closed just over a week ago.
How much money has this place all received? And what's...
This is the one that's licensed for 99 children. This fiscal year, they've received 1.9 million. And in fiscal year 2024, they had received about 2.2 million. So about 4 million in the last 2 fiscal years.
We're up in the Quality Leering Center, 1-800-FRAUD, as now it had been confirmed that this place was closed down, and now they're shuffling children into the daycare.
So Tiki Brown said this facility was closed.
Oh, she said a week ago.
And now magically it's full of cars. So how can it be closed if coming and going?
Fraud. Why do you have everybody here?
Okay, this is the owner right here.
They can record it. We just need the property. Okay.
So you guys can. And so they, how come they said this building was closed? We're trying to speak to the owner. They won't even answer a simple question. Look, now he's going inside.
Sir, don't run though. It looks suspicious when you run, brother. And you can smile, but bro.
Sir, I'm right here.
He's right here to speak to you.
I'm right here.
Don't do that.
Don't run.
You can't defend the fraud.
Oh, come on. At the daycare, do it. Hey, not at the daycare.
I thought the Leering Center was closed. The government told me that the Leering Center was closed, y'all. That's what I was told. Ain't no leering happening today.
We have like 100 cameras on it. Now, both of these people have interesting ties with politicians inside of Minnesota. For instance, the man who's running the daycare, he was celebrating with Mayor Fry after he won re-election of mayor inside of Minneapolis. And then this lady right here seems to be a friend of Ilhan Omar, as she has photos with her outside of the restaurant. And she also has videos of her giving a tour to a separate daycare to Mayor Fry. It really makes you wonder why these politicians haven't fought against the fraud, knowing that it's happening in locations like Quality Leering Center. Meanwhile, they're taking photos and celebrating with them at events. What's your message, people, about the fraud here in Minnesota?
This is part of the cover-up. They're trying to cover their tracks. So let me say this on camera. If you can prove that any of the information that I have here is false, I'll give you $100,000 cash. If any of it's false or inaccurate in any way.
Damn, he's putting his money up.
Anybody want to take me up? And if you can't prove it, you
know, the thing is, a couple of these Somalis could get together and put $100,000 up. That's the crazy part. Like probably 3 or 4 of them can get together and come up with $100,000 too. Fraud money, but still, they can do it.
have to give me $100.
So you saying all that's real?
100%. I'll give you $100,000 if you can disprove my information.
See, they all went silent. Silent.
Anybody? Your $100 versus my $100,000 cash.
They're all silent. What do you think about the fraud here?
Hey, the fraud here in Minnesota, I ain't gonna lie, it's crazy. Like, what do you mean specifically? What do you mean?
Yeah, how do you feel about this daycare, for instance, receiving $1.9 million? And they couldn't even spell learning right. They spelled leering.
Hey, man, Somalis, they're an interesting creature. I'm not gonna lie, I can't say too much. I'm already too hot. But, I mean, Tim Waltz, you gotta solve this stuff.
Black people don't want that smoke. He want the white man to come fix it. Black people don't want that smoke. It's too many foreigners, too many aliens, too many browns, not enough blacks. Black people don't want that smoke, y'all.
You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
Minnesota really cracked down on this because they've been doing this for years. So
Should Tim Waltz be prosecuted?
hell yeah.
And at this point, you're probably wondering where all the millions and billions of dollars has gone. Well, it's been well tracked that a lot of the money, millions, hundreds of millions of dollars, has been funneled through TSA at the airport inside of Minnesota. It's been well tracked and documented. Even in 2017, there was reports coming from the local Fox News station, and I was actually able to meet up with a whistleblower who used to work as an agent at TSA on the side of narcotics, and he saw millions of dollars go through TSA. And what kind of fraud did you see take place here in Minnesota?
So I worked for the airport police for 31 years. 24 of those years I worked in narcotics at MSP Airport. And my recollection was from about 2015-16 to 2021 when I retired. I would get emails from our dispatch saying like two male Somali descent individuals. They would give us their names. They claimed the cash, that they had a large amount of cash at the checkpoints. We'd get all this information in an email, and I believe they would send it right away. So TSA would contact our dispatch telling us this. Then our dispatch would relay the info via email to us.
And how much was the money?
The money, the smallest amount in a suitcase that I heard was like $750,000. But generally, it was anywhere from $1 million to $6 million in a suitcase.
The lowest amount was $750,000. This is organized crime. The mafia, the Russian mob right now, hell, the triads, the Yakuza, they're all jealous right now. They're looking at this like, damn, how come we didn't crack this code?
And there usually was, as far as I can remember, there was always two individuals traveling. So you would have maybe one guy with 2.2 million and another guy with 3 million. And
at airports, you're able to take $10,000 without declaring it. How are these guys able to take millions of dollars?
Because as far as I know, as long as they declared it, they were fine. So then TSA would contact HSI and Customs, and I'm sure they got the information. We got the information. My administration knew about it, and I trust that they sent that on to higher state officials on this, but nothing was ever done the whole time I was there. I talked to one individual. We were going after narcotic cash leaving the airport. This was always fraud. We had no nexus to that this cash was related to narcotics. So our hands were kind of tied. We couldn't do a whole lot.
How do you suspect these Somalians had millions of dollars to move in an airport?
We would rack our heads all the time, like, where are they getting this? Where in the world are they getting this money? And I had heard about these daycares and whatnot, but I mean, I thought at the time, okay, maybe they had 10 daycares, but apparently they have a lot more than that. We were all just racking our heads trying to figure this out.
So you openly saw just millions of dollars get moved through these airports.
I saw one time, I saw an open suitcase with the cash because we were looking into seeing if it was narcotics related, which it was not.
That kind of money, your automatic assumption is it's drug related, but it's even worse than that. You would rather it be drug related. Actually, it would be more comforting if it was just dope money.
How much money do you think moved through the airport in your time?
Millions, literally millions and millions. I mean, we're talking for a good 5-6 years, you're talking, I don't know, 5 to 6 million a week. It would happen twice a week. You would get twice a week where there would be somebody flying, two people flying out with $1 to $2 to $3 to $4 or $5 million twice a week, every week, without fail.
And where were those people traveling to?
So this is the word I got, that they would fly to Atlanta, take a flight from Atlanta to Dubai. And then apparently what I had heard was it was too busy or too dangerous to go any further with it. So they'd wire the money to Somalia. Whether they scraped a whole bunch off the top and did that, I don't know.
Wow. So they take the money from Minnesota, take it to Atlanta, and then take it to Dubai. And then from Dubai, they then wire the money.
Correct. I don't know that for sure, but that's what I was told by other investigators.
So all the taxpayers' dollars were getting funneled through the airports and then taken to Dubai to be sent to Somalia.
Yes. Yes. It appears that's how it all went down. Yes.
Crazy work. Crazy work. Getting scammed and on top of the whole scam, to find out it's all going to people who are going to use the money to do some I hate America stuff. Great job, Minnesota. Great job, Minnesota police. The Minnesota law enforcement people, you guys are terrible. You really are. You guys suck all kinds of balls. Just felt like saying that. I mean, come on, really, like, why does it take a teenage kid somebody who technically has no real, I mean, he has some journalistic experience, but no, like, he's not a trained professional journalist, you know? He's not like a CNN class. And now that he's done all this work, CNN hates him, you know. All the real all the quote real journalists, they hate him. The first thing they tried to do was discredit him and act as if he you know, he's out of pocket for doing what he's doing here. But the fact is, who's actually looking out for the average American? And when it comes to like this you know, the citizen journalism stuff, especially nowadays where we have the internet, we've kind of like flattened the landscape a little bit in terms of disseminating information. It really is up to like the average citizen journalist to kind of put together all of the facts and go around the mainstream news media narrative, because it's apparent now that the mainstream news media does not want to cover the actual problematic stories. They want to do the easy thing. They want to talk about Trump being racist and evil. They want to talk about the LGBT community being oppressed or whatever, but they don't really want to talk about things that matter. Changing demographics, you know? Why do we need a national language? Why Trump just made English the national language, by the way. He totally did it by decree, which was dope. But it's going to be like up to the regular people to work out these ideas. But that being said, we're going to wrap this one up. I'm actually cooking up another show. I am totally working up a next stream. I'm going to get that fired up un momento. And we're going to go from there. But I want you guys to hit that like button on your way out. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show tonight. Like I said, I am cooking up a whole other show. Hopefully the raid feature works properly, and I'm just gonna roll you guys right into the next one. Just give me 30 more seconds to get everything rolling around just right. I gotta get it set up properly before I cut you guys off. So I'm really stalling for time here. Hold on just another minute or two so I can press a few more buttons. If this computer don't hurry up and catch up, thank you. Let me get into this next window. Change a couple of graphics around. Queue up a couple of audios. Let me do this. Let me do that. I'm going to catch you guys later.